Dear student, we will study what is literature, types of literature, and why the literature is important to ourselves and in the day-to-day lives. See, there was a time and there was a good old days. Then there was no cell phone. People, all the youngsters, all the elders, whoever it is. But now the phones have placed the books. There are some students, there are some people, they do read the books in the phone or their laptop, the electronic gadget that what they are using. But there are some students, okay, they misuse the electronic gadgets that that has been given in the hands of them. Okay, but here literature, it tells us the importance of reading, and it makes you to it keeps you to it brings a habit for you of reading. You know, a person can speak vivaciously, okay, a person can speak spontaneously. It's because of his diction, it's because of his vocabulary, it's because of his word power. But a person, how does he or she can get the capacity of diction, or how she collects her words? It's because of she has been a voracious reader, okay, a great reader, or he can be a great reader. We have a great example of a great personalities like Shashi Tharoor, Sudha Murthy, Warren Buffett, okay, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and the Microsoft CEO. These are all standing as the best in the whole business world or the professional world, wherever. But you know, one common phenomena or one common habit, we get to know that they all have made a promise, okay, to themselves. What is the promise? At the end of the week, they will complete a book. It may be a novel, it may be a professional related book, or whatever it is, okay, but they are referring to a book. You know, these personalities who I have named quite early, they are so busy, they are so prettily occupied in their lives, they don't even have a time to talk to them, dress themselves pretty well, okay, and but in a busy schedule, they read novels, they read literature. For what sake? Is it for the sake of fun? No. Literature doesn't, we have a very wrong conception, and it is wrongly convinced to us that literature means we read it for time passing things, or we read it for entertaining things. Well, literature entertains us, literature brings us joy, but at the same time, it also teaches us morality, it also teaches us humanity, it brings us a state of nobility. So that is literature. Here, you know, the world is full of everything. There is nature, there is beauty, there is horror, there is durability, everything. Okay. So here, I will give you just an example. I will ask you a simple question. If you are very sad or if you are very happy, what do you do? Okay, we will murmur a song. Okay, it may be the saddest song, it may be the most beautiful song. Why? Because we are expressing our emotions, we are exposing our emotions, and these exposing our emotions, expression of our emotions, or the singing of a song, murmuring of a song, it is all, even the song, the lyric, okay, it is all a part of literature. Okay, so the literature is life, it focuses on your life, it talks about your ups and downs, and it always brings you higher and up in the society. See, a beautiful flower which is there in the garden, a mathematician will talk about the length or the width or the color of the flower, okay, or the rose. And what a botanist does, he cuts the flower, okay, he separates the flower, he makes the parts of the flower, okay, and he names the parts of the flower, he makes a scientific study over the flower. Okay, and what a businessman does, he takes the flower, he plucks the flower, and he keeps on, he makes a business, he sells it to someone, okay, and he makes the business. But what a literary person, a poet or a writer does, okay, he writes a poem, and he not only enjoys, he, manipulates, he circulates, he's a kind of a tremendous joys to everybody. Okay, for example, my love is like a red, red rose. So here, how beautiful your love is, it is just like a red, red rose. Okay, such a beauty is. See how the writer is beautifying the things. So here writer is exposing the condition very much. Okay, he is exposing his expressions, his emotions, his notion over every element. For a scientist to a botanist, the things are visible in a materialistic way. But to a literary person, but to a writer, the things are beyond the imagination. Okay, see in Kannada we have a beautiful idiom. The idiom you might have also listened. That is Ravi Kanadanna Kavi Kanda. Ravi means sun. Okay, the sun god or the sun. Okay, all the things in the whole world are directly visible to the sun god because his sun rays are penetrating all over the world. But there are some things which are invisible to sun, which the sun has failed to see, but the poet, the kavi, has visible to see. Okay, it is possible him to see because why? He is deeply penetrating inside the spectacles or inside the obstacles. Okay, so it is possible to him to view the beauty of all the materials in the world beyond its beauty. So the imagination of the poet is, or the writer is, it is always beyond our imagination. So literature is life. Okay, literature teaches us morality. See, my great writer or the poet, that is P.B. Shelley, who is known as the younger romantic writer, he always says about fear not about the future and weep not about the past. See, fear not about the future and weep not about the past. These words, okay, a particle words, does a mathematician can say does these words, or does a scientist can say, or does any of the botanist or a businessman does he can say these words? No. Okay, only a literature person, okay, he can say these words, he can say these things. And what are the work of these writers or the literature persons? See, through the novels, through the poem, through the dramas, through the fictions, they give us moral stories. Okay, they teach society, how to keep a society healthy and how to keep moralities in the society. So this is what the most greatest things that they are doing. They civilize us. The literature civilizes a person. So let's see the literal meaning of what is literature is. So literature is broadly any collection of written work, but it is also used more narrowly for writings specifically considered to be an art form, especially prose, fiction, drama, and poetry. See, literally we get confused when we say that literature is a piece of written work. See, we have physics, we have chemistry, we have mathematics, we have science, we have rocket science. All the things are written in piece of papers. Do we consider them as literature? No. There are segregations. See, here we have mentioned that is literature is considered to be an art form, okay? Especially, okay, specifically prose fiction, drama, and poetry. There is a common point between prose fiction, drama, and poetry. So, what is the common thing that these all types of or the genres of literature has? There is the most common thing is that it may be the prose, it may be the fiction, it may be the drama, or it may be the poetry. All the three things are expressing emotions. Okay, there is emotions in poem, there is emotions in drama. Fiction is full of emotions. So in the books of chemistry, in the books of physics, we don't find these emotions. There are reactions. Okay, there are physics, there is maths in the mathematics, but do we have emotions in those things? No. Okay, solely or monely a book interact with a person with the emotions. So that is what literature is. Okay, literature talks with a person, it talks with the soul, it bona fides with the soul of a reader or a writer. So that is what literature means. Here, literature is more about expressions, as I told you, okay? And it is about expression of situations in a written form. So a poet or a writer, he expresses about the the place he has visited, okay, or the thing that he has enjoyed. That is what the expression of a place or a situation that the writer visits or the writer enjoys or the writer senses. And such kind of a things can be expressed in the form of drama or in the form of poetry or in the form of prose or in the form of novels, etc. So the most enchanting way is drama. So what is this drama is? Let's see, okay? What is drama is? See, in literature, a drama is a portrayal of a fictional or non-fictional events through the performance of written dialogue, either prose or poetry. Dramas can be performed on stage, on film, or on the radio. Dramas are typically called plays, and their creators are known as playwrights. See, in literature, a drama is the portrayal, means it's a picture of fictional or non-fictional events through the performance of a written dialogues. In the drama, these dialogues are very important and they sound very much. So the book which is written in the form of dialogue, that is called a drama, okay? And there are types of drama. There is, the dramas can be made in films and the dramas can be made into radios, and some dramas are there which can be performed on the stages. Those cannot be listened, okay, but those can be viewed and sensed. So those dramas can be enacted over the stage. These dramas are typically earlier called plays, and their creators, who writes the plays, they are known as playwrights. And what is the origin of the drama? The term drama comes from a Greek word and its meaning is action. See, a person who acts over the stage or who plays an act, he does some action over the stage. So that is what a drama or that is what action means. And the word drama, okay, it in the Western, in the Western world, it originates in Greek classics. The theatrical culture of the city-state of Athens produced three genres of drama. See, there were theaters in Athens. Okay, Athens is the oldest cities of Greek. So there were many theaters in Athens, and those theaters have produced three different genres of dramas. So what are the types of dramas? We have tragedy, we have comedy, we have satire plays, okay? And their origin remains obscure. We don't know about their exact origin. Though by the 5th century BC, they were institutionalized in competition held as part of a festival celebrating the god Dionysius. See, the god Dionysius in the Greek culture, he was the god of, he was the god of wine, okay? And wine is what entertainment. So, in the sense of entertainment and the concept of entertainment, many used to play dramas. So, there were the mixture of tragedies, comedies, and satire plays. Satire plays means, it is a criticizing play. Okay, so they were enacting number of plays in the Dionysius, in the presence of the god, when they were celebrating the festival of god Dionysius. And there are forms of dramas. As I have told you that there are four major types of dramas. One is comedy. Comedy doesn't mean that the play is full of laughter or the movies of Charlie Chaplin or etc. The comedy, it's initially mean that the plays which have the happy ending. So that is what the comedy means. And the tragedy, as it indicates that where the plays have tragic ends. And the tragic comedy means it is the mixture of tragedies and the comedies. Okay, in the initial will be full of tragedies. At the end, it will be full of comedy, means happiness. That is what tragic comedy is. Melodrama, it is full of the melodical things. So that is what melodrama means. And these types of originated at a different times, but each of them has its characteristics. Okay. However, all of them have their places in modern culture and should be appreciated. See, as the days were rolled on, each of them have become dynamic. Okay, dynamically, each of the types of the Forms of the dramas have found some progresses. So now in the today's culture, we can adapt those dramas as per our convenience. So those things can be appreciated. So here, in the next class, we will learn elements of the dramas. Thank you. Have a good day.